Hey, hey, hey! Happy Sunday afternoon. It is 1:05 p.m. Central Time, USA, on a Sunday. And here we are, and here you are. And I want to thank the names that I already see on my screen that came by for a visit. And I can't tell if they're here yet or not. Alright, so who came by and said hello? We got On's Food Channel over here. I'm reading over here. In fact, you can read it too. Let's see. On's Food Channel. Over here we going. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. On's Food Channel says Tom Sock Gun host. And for those of you who don't know, Tom Sock means thumbs up. Okay, very good. So y'all, when you come on here, if you start watching this video, go visit On's Food Channel. There's food in On's Food Channel. All right. Marin Santiago came on. She said, stay home, but I'm sure there's like a picture or something that this is just what it interprets itself to be when I'm using StreamYard. Okay, Marin Santiago, thank you for showing up. I am at home. That's where I'm doing my live stream. Okay, and then, I know this guy. Ernie Sweet said, yeah, but where is Iron Maiden in that mix? And we are talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And that's a very good question because Iron Maiden obviously is one of those groups that started in the late 70s and throughout the 80s and all that sort of thing. Guy's got one of the greatest singing voices of all time as far as heavy metal goes. And we got so many awesome songs, and I don't know. And you know, the sad thing is, I actually had some Iron Maiden albums, but there was a while back where I started working at, well, Ernie, you know this, in San Antonio, they got Traders Village. And I had a friend who had her own little space there, and I was helping her with her spot, you know, selling stuff if people wanted to buy it. And so I brought some of my stuff to sell, and that included some of my Iron Maiden records, and those were actually popular for people to sell because, you know, the artwork on the Iron Maiden records is almost as important to the band as the music. I mean, the music's obviously much better, but yeah, so that's what's going on with that. All right, so what is happening today? All right, so what do we got? We're going to talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for this year. We are going to talk about, well, I'm going to do, you know, share the kind of stuff I came up with for my radio show. And we also have, wrestling. We got a wrestling pay-per-view tonight for Wrestlemania Backlash. I'll share a little bit for there. And also, I already have the results for Miss Universe 2021, even though the show is actually going to be on TV for tonight. So if any of you come on here and you don't know who's Miss Universe yet, and you want to watch the show without knowing yet, then let me know so I won't actually say who it is. We actually watched it on YouTube last night. I mean, they didn't actually show the actual show from the video I was watching, but they actually, you know, they did the countdown from 21 to 10 to 5 to 3, and then the finalists. And I mean, okay, if you're from the Philippines, you're not going to be too happy with the final results, but they did make it. Philippines did at least make it into the top 10. But if you like Australia or Peru or I can't remember what the other one was, it should be some good results for you. But anyway, you want to get into it? Okay. Hold on for a second. You know what's funny is I got my friend Ernie, who actually he works at he's a U.S. military veteran too, and he works over at the commissary at Fort Sam Houston, and with my wife. So, hi Ernie. You know, maybe he's at work right now, unless he doesn't work on the weekends. Shall we begin? All right. So last week we did a pretty good Mother's Day thing. We had four mothers in the house, and we got to celebrate with them. And I did everything that was on my little list I had up until the stuff from last night. And so, if you were ready, even though I don't have the original 80s music that I can play because, you know, copyright. All right. So, it's Sunday afternoon. So, my Saturday night show is actually, I'll try to say it where it's like it's tonight instead. Okay. So, it's Sunday night. All right. Tonight's the night. Everything's all right. Just remember, ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Well, some guys have all the luck. Some guys have all the pain. Some guys get all the breaks. Some guys do nothing but complain. Only the lucky ones. Okay. And since we're talking about luck, there is a group called Loverboy in the 80s, and one of the songs off of their Get Lucky album was called Get Lucky? Wait, what is it called? Get Lucky? Or no, where is it? Only the Lucky Ones, I think it was. Only the lucky ones get to steal the show. Only the lucky ones really get to know. Only the lucky. 'Cause you were born with it, and now you got it the way you want it. And you don't care, 'cause nothing's gonna keep you down. Oh, whoa. You were born with it. But she's not that kind of girl. She's born the queen of the broken hearts. And that has nothing to do with anything. But since I was singing Loverboy, that's the next one that popped into my head. And Mike Reno was the Loverboy. Mike Reno has one of those voices that's, you know, gets deceptively high at some point in time, and it's just like it is so hard to actually really sing his stuff all the way through. So, all right, there we go. Okay, so yesterday was Saturday, and basically the end of last week was Armed Forces Week, and so yesterday was known as Armed Forces Day. And Armed Forces Day was first observed on the 20th of May, 1950. The day was created on the 31st of August, 1949, to honor Americans serving in the 5 U.S. military branches. This was before Space Force. The U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Coast Guard. Following the consolidation of the military services in the U.S. Department of Defense. All right. At one point in time, each of the branches and had their own special day, but they consolidated it for Armed Forces Day. And the interesting thing is that, you know, I think they still kind of have their own, you know, like they celebrate their birthdays and stuff like that. But I guess, all right. So anyway, and to tie it in with music from the 80s, in 1979, Elvis Costello came out with his third album, Armed Forces. While not as classic as My Aim Is True and This Year's Model, it had such awesome songs as Accidents Will Happen and What's So Fun About Peace, Love, and Understanding. Oh, let's see. All right. Hey, you know what? Anybody watch Comedy Central still? Well, now I remember back in the day when Comedy Central got its start as the Comedy Channel. Back in 1989, back in 1989, they got started. And It was similar to, when MTV specializing in all music videos when it first started in 1981. The Comedy Channel mainly showed stand-up comedians and their performances, but also showed comedy movies and bits that brought Mystery Science Theater 3000 to the multitude, and among other entertaining features with Joel Robinson, Crow T. Robot, Tom Servo, and Gypsy. Good times and plenty of laughs, right? Right. Haha, I love Mystery Science Theater. Okay, and the sign. Kevin Adamas, hello, sir. Woo! Kevin Adamas is here all the way from the Philippines. All right, Kevin saying hello to Marin Santiago, even though I think Marin probably went to bed already. But and Kevin saying hello to Ernie. Ernie, where'd you go? Ernie, come back. Because it's too sweet. Wait, okay, anybody watch wrestling? How do they do that too sweet thing? Is that the symbol for too sweet? Okay, so here's the thing with that. That was originally the NWO, and I think that's how they did it. But wasn't it the Bullet Club that actually started doing too sweet also? And the funny thing is, the first thing the Bullet Club doing it, when they came in, were on WWE, although they didn't call themselves the Bullet Club in WWE, but they when they started referring to that, I thought that was their own thing until I was watching old NWO stuff, or when they actually inducted the NWO into the WWE Hall of Fame, and then they're like too sweet. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the original too sweet. And okay, so anyway, what's up, Kevin? How you doing? I'm glad you could come join us. So very happy. All right. So Kevin Adamas, do you like Stevie Wonder? And I'm so happy, with us losing all these artists left and right, that Stevie Wonder is still around. I don't remember when the last time he actually made an album, but he's still around, and that's really what matters. Stevie Wonder's still around, Tina Turner's still around, so we still have some great musicians that are still alive, and we got to hold on to that however we can. So Stevie Wonder's original Musiquarium 1 from 1982 is actually an awesome hits collection. Okay, one of his 80 songs, Do I Do? My life has been waiting for your love to. My arms have been waiting for your love. My heart has been waiting. My soul anticipating your love, your love. And then he goes, your love. Oh, wait. I can't even sound right when your love. Anyway, girl, do I do what you do when I do my love for you? Oh, yeah. The 80s. Good times, huh? But how about this one from the 80s? Okay, you ready for this one? I want to rock right now. I'm DJ Whipple and I came to get down. I'm kind of internationally known and I'm known to rock the microphone. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. But you're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. To wait for you is all I can do, and that's what I've got to face. Take a look at me now, because I'll still be standing here while I'm sitting down. Okay, now I'm standing, but you can't see me. And you coming back to me is against the odds, and it's a chance I gotta take. So take a look at me now. See, that's me. All right. Oh, I would happen to be sitting in a room where it's, you don't have the air conditioning going into this room. And it is probably, wait, hold on. Give me a second here. How y'all doing anyway? Hope everybody's having a great day, great weekend. Let's find out what the temperature in San Antonio, Texas is right now. Actually, that's not too bad. According to this right now, it is 79 degrees in San Antonio, Texas. It's been overcast most of the day, so that explains it. And it's supposed to get up to a high of 81 today. Can you see that? Around 2 p.m. And then Monday, a high of 86. So it's May, which is kind of unusual that that's only as high as it's getting here in San Antonio, Texas. Normally by now we have, well, okay. I guess for us, summer weather is definitely higher than that. But if you're from up north, summer weather starts at like 60 something. By the time you're in the 80s, it's already hot. So 80s almost doesn't even, according to San Antonio, the southern Texas, it almost doesn't even seem like summer weather yet until you hit your 90s. But I thank God for that. At least, even though I want to go outside and try to get a tan if that's possible without getting burned, I at least appreciate the fact that it still helps me save on my electricity bill, which is important. According to my thermostat outside, it's already 80 degrees, so all right. Now, for those of you tuning in, either at this moment or later on watching for the first time, at this moment. What is that, Billy Vera and the Beaters? At this moment. What did you think I could do at this moment? All right, at this moment, we are going to play, well, we're not going to play, we're going to go with the charts, music charts. All right, and since I skipped the music charts last week, although I did it on the radio at kppcsa.com, let's see, I'll go ahead and do this real quick, okay? All right, you ready for this? Okay, so we're looking back at #1 hits from this year's ending in 9. And so we're going with the 15th day of May, which was yesterday. #1 song for May of 1959 was Wilbert Harrison, Kansas City. May of 1969, The Fifth Dimension, Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine. May of 1979, Peaches and Herbs, Reunited, and it feels so good. May of 1989, we got Bon Jovi, I'll be there for you. These 5 words I'll be there for you. These 5 words I swear to you. When you breathe, I want to be the air for you. I'll be there for you. Okay, so that's songs. But what about albums? Okay, well, let's see. May of 1959, we had the GG soundtrack. May of 1969, we had the Hair original cast album. May of 1979, Supertramp, Breakfast in America. And May of 1989, Madonna, Like a Prayer. Your voice can take me there. Let me hear you. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something special in case anybody wants to show up and be on split screen with me. All you got to do is click that link right there and you can join me. More than likely, I'll click on it and bring you up, and so you can do that, okay? Feel free. All right, wait, but what about movies? Okay, we had 1959 movies. We had Ben-Hur, The Shaggy Dog, and Suddenly Last Summer. There was a song called Suddenly Last Summer from the 80s. 1969, we had Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Love Bug, and Hello Dolly. Hello Dolly. Can you believe that's 1969? It feels older than that. All right, 1979, we had Kramer versus Kramer, Rocky 2, and The Muppet Movie. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Wait. Good thing that Kermit the Frog actually had a real banjo instead of a cheap little toy guitar. Sounds so much better when he plays it. Okay. All right. 1989, we had Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Batman with Michael Keaton as Batman, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. And Look Who's Talking. Anybody remember that one with John Travolta? What a comedy. Okay. 80s. Let's go. And this is perfect because today is Sunday. Okay, so how does this one go? If anybody want to sing along with me, like it's like I got church songs and then an intersplice. If that's, I think that's a word, intersplice. I intersplice it with other references, but I've started off like this. Okay, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Oh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling. So I gotta cut loose, foot loose, 'cause I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, 'cause this is the day that the Lord has made. You like that? Okay. Oh, you're getting so close to the Masked Singer into their finals, and I just wonder, who are you? Who? Well, whoever you are, I'm glad you're here. 50 years ago, good, got it right there. The Allman Brothers Band came out with their classic At Fillmore East Live album, and 10 years later, they had their last album of the 80s with Brothers of the Road. The song Straight from the Heart was the group's third and to date last top 40 hit. It went to number 39. Greg Allman went to have 2 albums in the 80s, including I'm No Angel. Well, I'm not either, but I hope I'm close. Okay. Play that song, Magic Fingers. Huh? Magic Fingers. I used to be able to do that. I used to have breakdancing skills, believe it or not. I don't know if I could even do it anymore, but well, put my glasses on. Even though I got the light shining in, so you got like the glare. Okay. All right. John McKee's World. Hello, aren't the Allman Brothers Band in the Hall of Fame? I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, what I was going to do with the Hall of Fame, in fact, that's coming very soon. Okay, all right, we'll put that on hold. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure they are. The Hall of Fame I was going to go over today was basically the inductees from this year, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'd be very disappointed if they actually weren't, because well, you know what? I'm gonna play some music and then I'll look that up. Since you brought that up, all right. I know what I can do. Okay. All right, list of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Okay, I'll bring that up so I have easy access. Okay. Yep, there it is. Yep, Allman Brothers Band. They've actually been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since 1995. So they've been in for a while. So they definitely didn't get passed over. Unlike some favorite artists, like Pat Benatar was in the running last year. She was, she was voted, but she never actually got inducted. So, but she didn't even get on the ballot this year. So I don't know what's going on with that. I love Pat Benatar. Hopefully next year they'll do it. Hopefully, to paraphrase a Pat Benatar song, hopefully next year they'll treat her right. Yeah, she had a song called "Treat Me Right." Okay, so what do we got here? Iron Maiden was not a mainstream band on the radio. Don't know if they ever will. Well, I mean, if you are a fan of heavy metal at all, I mean, it's like almost a given. You have to have them in there. I mean, I know it's not like the heavy metal Hall of Fame; it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But heavy metal is rock and roll. Rock and roll wouldn't be what it was if you didn't have it on that. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, all right, you ready for this? We're going to play Tell a Story using 80s movies and TV. Okay, so here's what I came up with, my little story I came up with. Okay, Indiana Jones had a last crusade, so he could show Batman, look who's talking. The Little Mermaid was a golden child with a top gun until Rodney Dangerfield went back to school. Elf told the father of the family, "Hey, Willie!" And Arnold said, "What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Kimberly? What you talking about, Willis?" All the way up until 1986. It wasn't until 10 years later that a cartoon came out saying, "Hey, Arnold." All right. Never feel like you're alone. Our church in the middle of our street. Our church in the middle of our street. And sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? And that was what I came up with. That was actually, this was last night's material, but I recorded it a week in advance, so I almost forgot about it because I recorded it last Sunday. But anyway, what's up, John McKee? What's happening in the John McKee world? Hey, I'm going to play this music and pretend like I'm playing the guitar. Oh, you heard the sound of the guitar. Okay. There are some metal bands in the Hall of Fame. Metallica, I think, is in there. Yes. In fact, okay. You want me to list you know what? I can still play this and talk. It's not going to drown me out too much. Stop it. Play it right. Okay. Okay. I just got done mowing my yard. I did that last week. All right. So I'm going to look through this whole list, and we'll see who is considered metal that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let's see. Scrolling down, we got 50s, 60s. Bob Dylan, he's heavy metal, isn't he? No, I'm just kidding. Rolling Stones. The Four Seasons, they're totally metal. The Who's like hard enough rock at a certain age to be, but not exactly heavy metal. Jimi Hendrix, that was before heavy metal was a thing. He had that guitar thing going. Grateful Dead, Allman Brothers Band, Led Zeppelin, of course. Frank Zappa, Floyd, Aerosmith's in there, of course. Queen, does Queen kind of. Let's see, Aerosmith. Ramones, well, that's more punk, but AC/DC, of course. The Clash, that's more punk, but it's got that sound. Prince, Traffic, ZZ Top. Black Sabbath is in there, okay. Leonard Skinner, Sex Pistols. Van Halen, of course. Metallica, yep. Hey, there's Run DMC. They had that walk this way they did with Aerosmith, but they're more rap than metal, of course. Alice Cooper's in there. Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rush almost counts. Kiss is in there. Nirvana, like, well, they're not heavy metal, but they Green Day, Cheap Trick, Deep Purple, Pearl Jam. Wow, Pearl Jam, 2017. Wow, Bon Jovi. Do they count as heavy metal? Kind of. They're more like hair metal, but Def Leppard, Radiohead, 9 Inch Nails, and that's it. Foo Fighters. Well, of course, that's this year. Okay, so none of those bands, they're hard rock. Well, some of them, like Guns N' Roses and stuff like that are metal. So AC/DC, of course. Yes, I know. But for me, I'll take what I can get. All right. So we are coming up to the portion of this show where I'm going to start getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But for now, we're going to welcome to Sunday night, the 16th of May. Hey, that's today. Hope everyone enjoyed Armed Forces Week and Armed Forces Day yesterday. You have to show those still in it, doing their thing, some love. For now, I don't know about being an officer and a gentleman, but I was a decent sergeant. I said decent sergeant. I was a decent sergeant, and even hated when I had to retire at 20 years. After knowing the military for so long, I felt like Richard Gere telling Louis Gossett Jr., I got nowhere else to go. That's my favorite line in that movie. That's like the only line in the movie I remember. But anyway, I'm sure Louis Gossett Jr. had like this speech that's actually pretty cool too. But all right. Just think, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has come out with their list of this year's inductees, and that includes musicians rocking the 80s and beyond. With Tina Turner, the Go-Go's, LL Cool J, Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Carole King, Todd Rundgren, Billy Preston, Randy Rhodes. Hey, we got Randy Rhodes in there. Kraftwerk, Gil Scott Heron, and Charlie Patton. Congratulations to all of them, and I'm going to start talking about each of them. What's up, John? It was Armed Forces. Yes, yesterday was Armed Forces Day, and the whole last week even though I actually work at Fort Sam Houston, and I actually work at not the Express, the Exchange, and they I don't think I don't know if anybody actually, it's the whole week was supposed to be Armed Forces Week, but I don't know, I don't remember like them anybody celebrating the whole week as Armed Forces Week, although I guess if I was still in the military they'd be doing something special. But all right, in your opinion, some of those people don't deserve to be in there yet. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that probably, they shouldn't be rock and roll. What? But anyway, thank you for your service. Why? Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, this next part isn't. Okay. So before we get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm going to sing some Elton John. Since my radio show that I have at kppcsa.com, Saturday and Sunday nights from 7 to 11 p.m. Central Time. So if you ever want to hear me saying this stuff backed by actual 80s music, then you got that. So, and some, throughout the week when I try to come up with things to say, I get influences from whatever I watch on TV, or sometimes just whatever pops into my head, and then I just try to make something out of it. And so this bit was like on the Masked Singer. They did this one. Did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, well, it is Sunday. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time. Working at KPPC gives me peace of mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Change some of the lyrics around to fit something. Okay, so here we are, and here you are on a Sunday. Congratulations. Let me bring her up here. All right. I'll share things I have. Okay, congratulations to two-time Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Tina Turner. Woo, Tina Turner. Tina Turner. There she is right there. All right, she was formally inducted as part of the Ike and Tina Turner, and this is a great album to have, as part of Ike and Tina Turner. And now for her solo career. Woohoo, Tina Turner. We don't need another hero, because I'm your private dancer. All right. So she began performing with Ike Turner back in 1957, and they had a classic look, classic sound. All right, but it was her solo work in the 80s that really set her apart from everything else. And like ZZ Top sang, she's got legs, she knows how to use them. That was, everybody talked about Tina Turner's legs. All right, there we go, Tina Turner. Very good, very good. But what's love got to do with it? I don't know, somebody else tell me. What does love have to do with it? Okay, I think I read somewhere her health is taking a toll. Well, hopefully she stays around longer, because she's a big deal, and we already lost enough very special people. Maybe that's why she's finally made it in, because they got to get her in before she passes away. And we still got her. We still got Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson still alive, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So hold on to what we got. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr are still around. Most of the Rolling Stones. The Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey of the Who are still around. So, yep, she was. That's for sure. All right. All right. Who else? Next one. All right. You ready for the next one? All right. Here we go. All right. Well, congratulations to Belinda Carlisle, Jane Whelan, Charlotte Cathy, Gina Shock, and Kathy Valentine. They had known together as the Go-Go's for being new inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They had 3 albums in the 80s, and I got 2 of them. I got 2 actual albums right here. We got Beauty and the Beat, their classic 1981 album. Talk Show was their 3rd album, and then the one in between there was Vacation. So, Vacation, all I ever wanted. All right. So what was I saying? They had 3 albums in the 80s, including the classic 1981 release, Beauty and the Beat. Also got that one on CD. 1981, 40 years ago, and I like doing this thing where, you know, every 10 years. So 1981, this is year 2021. There we go. Okay. Well, our lips are sealed because we got the beat, and we got skid marks on our heart. And there they are in the bathtub on the back cover. All right, so, all right. Skid marks on my heart, and when you feel like you need a vacation, I know it's all I ever wanted. You have to get back to the 80s music that I play, but I can't play 80s music. But, okay, so yeah, Go-Go's. Congratulations on making it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Good stuff. All right. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation, had to get away. Yes, the 80s was awesome. All right. Oh, Gloria Alvarez Orillo. Buenos dias here from the Philippines. All right. Hello, Gloria. Gloria. Think they got your number. Kevin Adamas is just here, host. Anywhere you are is just fine with me. Gloria says, hi, Sir David. Well, hello, Gloria. See, I'm the kind of guy that there's so much music in my head that you even just like say a person's name and I might actually start singing a song about them. I don't think there's any Kevin songs that I can think of, but Gloria, think I got your number. You think they got the area that you've been living under, but you really don't remember. Is it something that they said? Glory, Gloria. Can anybody tell me the name of the singer that sang that song? And I remember seeing that. We're going back to the 80s on that one. Way back, and I think it was actually 1981 when this singer came out with Gloria. And not to be confused with the Gloria song. It's a totally different Gloria song. I think I remember seeing them play it in a episode of the TV show Chips. You know, California Highway Patrol something. Okay, Gloria. That's actually the name of the singer is Laura Branigan. Okay, I answered my own question. Okay, very good. Gloria Alvarez Orillo. Oh man, I live in San Antonio. I've been here for like almost 4 years, and I can't roll my L's or roll my R's. Laura Branigan, you got it. Woohoo! Awesome. Yay, you guys got it. And you probably got it before I even said it, because I think there's like a delay on here. So I answered it as you were answering it. But yeah, Gloria, think they got your number. Okay, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So already we talked about Tina Turner and the Go-Go's. Who's next? Okay, let me see. Let's go to a different page here. All right. So, all right. How about this one? Wait. Who's next? Who's bad? Who's next? You're next. Okay, Gloria Alvarez, Oreo. Oh my God, it sounds like a cookie. Oreo. Want to get to know you. Oreo. Gloria says, hi, Sir John McKee. And Gloria says, Kuya, Kevin, not sleeping. Anybody that doesn't know Tagalog, no, Kuya is like brother. So that's a little lesson there for you. All right. Okay. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021. Congratulations to rapper LL Cool J. LL Cool J is hard as F. All right. For his induction into this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ever since the early 80s, James Todd Smith knew that ladies love Cool James. Before his mama said knock you out in 1990, he had 3 albums in the 80s. He had Radio, I Can't Live Without My Radio. What else was on here? Dear Yvette. Well, Yvette didn't want to hear that one. Rock the Bells, Bigger and Deafer, and Walking with a Panther. I Can't Live Without My Radio, but it was his slow rap, I Need Love, to paraphrase the Doors, brought him through to the other side. Well, I'm glad. So break on through to the other side. I need love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. And in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. LL Cool J, congratulations. All right, very good. Very good, LL Cool J. And the funny thing, I was just watching a movie with LL Cool J in it just last night. A movie called Deliver Us from Eva, which is a comedy, a romantic comedy. And instead of Deliver Us from Evil, there's a girl named Eva that these guys hire to date her because she's in her sister's business and they're all married to her sisters. And I like it. But LL Cool J does good in that movie. And this is before he became kind of an action star on TV. All right. But he also was in other movies too. Okay. So what? Okay. Ooh, I knew that. About the Kuya thing? Okay. Ooh, Kuya. Sir David, muchos gracias. Wait. Oh, yeah. Gloria. Sir David, muchos gracias for supporting me also. And if anybody knows Spanish, so, you know, the funny thing about the Philippines and Spain, or Spanish or Mexican and all that sort of thing is because the Philippines was a territory of Spain for, what, 300 years? I think it was 300 years. They speak a lot of the same language. All right. Your collection seems speaking for our age, isn't it? Yep. In fact, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, in order to be eligible for induction, you actually have to have your first album of material. Okay, 1995 would have been how long ago? How long ago was 1995? 26 years ago? I think, yeah. So, am I doing the math correctly? How long ago was 1995? Wait, my son was born in 95. Yes, 26 years ago. Oh my goodness, I can do math. All right. So yeah, so 19, I think the eligibility is if you have to have 25 years, anything, so basically anything that came after 1995 isn't eligible yet or something like that. Anything that 96 or I don't know, something like that. Okay, yes. Thank you, John McKee. Thank you for getting that for me. All right. So, hey, we ready for another one? All right, give me a second here. I have something from this next one. Okay. All right. So, congratulations also to Carole King. Carole King. Okay. She is also a second-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The first time was with a songwriting duo of Carole King and Jerry Goffin. They wrote many classic songs like One Fine Day, Pleasant Valley Sunday, even Aretha Franklin's You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Now, you know, there's actually a guy that changed it to You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Man, so I can sing along to that one. And Carole King's most classic album is her 1971 Tapestry. You know, that's one that I feel the earth move. It's too late, baby, now it's too late. Her version of You Got a Friend. her version of Will You Love Me Tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, 1971's Tapestry. But, and I also have this, can't remember where I got this one. Hey, Carole King music. Hey, well, why not? That's what it's all about. So Carole King, she did release 4 albums in the 80s, with, of course, the highest charting being 1980's Pearls, Songs of Goffin and King, with her biggest single of the 80s being her version of One Fine Day. I mean, she originally wrote it for, I think it was the Chiffons in the 60s that did One Fine Day. So she had a hit in the 80s with her version of the song that she wrote called One Fine Day. So there we go. Carole King. Congratulations to Carole King for also being in this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Woo-hoo! We're doing good. All right. All right. Gloria Alvarez. Gloria. All right. Nice meeting new friends now, but I just got back to rest because I got my online class here at 7 in the Philippines. And right now in the Philippines, it is 3 a.m. So you have less than 4 hours before you got to be awake for your online class. So I perfectly understand, Gloria. You go do what you got to do, okay? You get that sleep. You too, Kevin. Although if you want to stay up all night and talk to me, Kevin, that's fine with me. John McKee's World says she should have been in a long. Should have been. Yeah. Well, okay. She actually was in a long time ago, basically for her songwriting. With, like I said, her and Jerry Goffin, classic songwriters. So this is actually her second time in for her solo work, including 1971's Tapestry. Oh, who's next? Oh, this next one I don't actually have anything to show, but all right. You know what? Nah, okay. All right, so congratulations. And since we're talking about heavy metal, and obviously, I'll have to do some research to find out how many times Iron Maiden's been nominated. But since we're concerned about heavy metal, this one's really big. Okay, congratulations to heavy metal guitarist Randy Rhodes for also being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He died in a plane crash in 1982. But anyone who knows early Quiet Riot, yes, you heard that right, or Ozzy Osbourne will never forget him. He may have left Quiet Riot before Come On, Feel the Noise increased our mental health. Got the reference there? Okay. Yeah, he actually was in Quiet Riot up until like 1980 or something like that. And then he, of course, joined Ozzy Osbourne. And, it was with Ozzy that he really showed out, especially with songs like Crazy Train. Amazing. On a crazy train. So Randy Rhodes, congratulations, even though, okay, he deserves to be mentioned in there. Okay. What do you think? There was something, at least something heavy metal related, finally. Well, I mean, obviously, I listed other ones that kind of are heavy metal, but, you can't, you got Black Sabbath, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. You can't deny all of those. All right. There we go. Randy Rhodes. All right. Who's next? You're next. Thank you, Bill Goldberg. You're next. Oh, my goodness. All right. That's all the best. Do I get any sounds on the YouTube studio that... Okay. Y'all ready for the next inductee? Okay. Stop. Okay. Wait. Yeah, go ahead, play. Since I got to get this next one ready. I have some stuff by them. Sadly, I don't have more by them, but okay. You ready for the next one? What am I doing? Stop it. Get back to where I was. Oh, no. Anyway, okay. So, look who's next. All right. John McKee's World. Shoot. Okay. So, since my radio show is all about 80s music, I'll go on and say, welcome to the 80s and a few early 90s, since they slip in a 90s song every once in a while. Sometimes they slip in a 70s song. Computer's weird like that. You know, like for a while there, my radio station computer would actually include Bruce Springsteen with not Thunder Road, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, which was actually from the 1975 album called Born to Run. And so it's like 1975, but why does that keep ending up on an 80s show, especially since it's not the live version? I don't know. But I think we finally fixed that. Even though I love it, but you know, we got to have 80s where the 80s are supposed to be, right? All right. Hello, Kevin. Not a Bruce fan. Okay. Well, I was born in the USA. I like Bruce Springsteen. You know, the weird thing is I've got friends that live in New Jersey, and it's weird that people from New Jersey, a lot of people in New Jersey don't like Bruce Springsteen, which is, you'd think of out of any place, you know, be like, yeah, that's our guy, Bruce Springsteen, or yeah, Bon Jovi, they're not as good as Bruce Springsteen, but yeah, we love them too because they're from our state. I guess it doesn't always work like that. I don't know. I respect this stuff. I like a lot of it. Okay, so anyway, congratulations to the Foo Fighters. Wow, a group from the 90s, for also being part of this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. Leader David Grohl got his start with a punk rock group called Scream at the age of 17, which was approximately 1986 to 1990. He's just about my age, I think. Until joining Nirvana for their classic 1991 album, Nevermind. It was after the death of Kurt Cobain that he formed the Foo Fighters in 1994. From their onset, they were making great songs like This Is a Call, I'll Stick Around, Big Me, Monkey Wrench, Learning to Fly, Times Like These, and 2011, we had 2011's Rope and Walk. So that's the Foo Fighters for you. Woo! Foo Fighters, good job. Congratulations to the Foo Fighters. All right. That deserves some background music now. And I just clicked on something. I don't even know what it's going to be, but okay. Wait, there's more. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'll be right back. Hey. Hello, I'm back. Hunting rabbits. Very, very quiet. All right, what's next? Okay. Only have one thing for this next one, but this is a classic album. All right. So anyway, another Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021. All right. So rock and roll, and congratulations to Todd Rundgren. Todd Rundgren for being inducted into this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He got started way back in the late 60s with a group called Nas. With his solo career, he came up with classics like 1971's Runt and 1972's Something Anything. Something Anything. You like that? All right. Todd Rundgren. Something Anything. Okay, so anyway. All right. He had 4 albums in the 80s, including 1981's Healing and 1989's Nearly Human. In the 1970s and 80s, he was also part of a group called Utopia, who had a very interesting video with the song Feet Don't Fail Me Now in 1983. So there we go. Todd Rundgren. You got to listen to Something Anything. Something. You got to listen to something, or you could listen to anything. Just play it how it is. Hey, here I say wabbits, and he holds up a chick. Yeah. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. You saw Todd Rundgren in concert? Wow. You got this album? This is a very interesting one. I love Wolfman Jack, and I Saw the Light. Hello, it's me. Okay. Gloria, think they got your number. Extend my regards to Miss Mercy. Okay. When she comes home from work, I'll say, hey, I was on YouTube and Gloria Alvarez Orio said hello. How's that sound? All right. Okay, what about this one? We got one more Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee I'm going to talk about. And John McKee, since earlier you said was not a listener of rap, this next one might not actually make much of a difference to you. But let's do this, okay? All right. So it's the final countdown. No, the group Europe was not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Another inductee to this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is Jay-Z, rapper Jay-Z. He didn't release any music until his first album in 1995, which was what I was talking about earlier with the whole, in order to be eligible, it has to be, I think 1995 is the cutoff year now. And so with his first album in 1995 was Reasonable Doubt. His real name is Sean Carter, but growing up he had the nickname of Jazzy. No, not DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Freshmen. Sometimes parents do understand. He got the name Jay-Z because he was influenced by a rapper friend of his from the 80s called Jazz O, where Jay-Z can be heard with brief appearances in some of his late 80s, early 90s songs. So there's a tie-in with 80s music. Jay-Z, such classic albums as the Blueprint, the Black Album, unlike Metallica's Black Album, and AC/DC's Back in Black, and some other stuff. Okay, so congratulations to Jay-Z. All right, very good. Wow, so that's all my stuff from tonight's radio show. But wait, there's more. There's more because I have next Saturday's material, and part of next Saturday's material includes the rest of the people on this list in this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, minus, of course, Charlie Patton, which old blues artist that I don't have anything by, and then doesn't have any. Obviously, he stopped. His last stuff was like 1940 something. So nothing even carried on into the 80s. All right, so as I go on and I say with my radio show tonight that ends at 11 o'clock p.m., it's from 7 to 11 p.m. at kppcsa.com if you want to hear 80s music and me saying this stuff with music, surrounded by music. So I say, we made it through another week, and we did it all for the glory of love. So save your prayers for the morning after, because it's about time to go home. Well, I still got a little bit left in. And as always, like Bill and Ted say, be excellent to each other, dudes. All right. So next Saturday night, if you tune to my radio station, you get this. It's Saturday night. All right. Oh, you know, some of the stuff okay, so like I started earlier. So next Saturday night, and I'll just pretend, okay, it's Sunday night. All right. Tonight's the night. Everything's all right. Just remember, ain't nobody gonna stop us now. And I want to know, I want to know what love is. It's urgent. Well, that was yesterday, but I still want to be your jukebox hero. Oh, barbecue time. Woo, sounds good. All right. So Sunday, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Here's the rundown again. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has come out with this list of this year's inductees, and that includes musicians rocking the 80s and beyond. You know, and with Tina Turner, the Go-Go's, LL Cool J, Jay-Z, the Foo Fighters, Carole King, Todd Rundgren, Billy Preston, Randy Rhodes, Kraftwerk, Gil Scott Heron, and Charlie Patton. Congratulations to all of them. And let's do another one I don't have anything by. All right. This year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Billy Preston, known mostly for his work and friendship with the Beatles, especially on 1970s Let It Be, along with many other artists like Sly and the Family Stone, etc., he worked with. But he also had some #1 hits, some #1 songs of his own with Will It Go Round in Circles and Nothing from Nothing Leaves Nothing. Gotta have something if you want to be with me. He had some singles in the 80s, including Searching with Cyrita and I'm Never Gonna Say Goodbye. His last single was in 1986 with a song called Since I Held You Close. So congratulations to Billy Preston. Oh, anybody like Weird Al Yankovic? I like Weird Al Yankovic, and so you might appreciate this next bit, okay? All right, Weird Al Yankovic. We'll do a little bit before we go into this other stuff. Are you ready? Give me a second to get ready for Weird Al Yankovic in the 80s. Okay. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one rides the bus. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Ricky. I love rock and roll. I love Rocky Road. Beat it. Eat it. King of pain. King of suede. My love's in jeopardy. I lost on Jeopardy. Like a virgin. Like a surgeon. I want a new drug. I want a new duck. Living in America. Living with a hernia. Who's bad? Who's fat? La 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 bamba. La 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 lasagna. I like lasagna too. I think we're alone now. I think I'm a clone now. 80s. Oh, Weird Al Yankovic. You made it fun. 99 left balloons. 99 red balloons. That's Nina. German. Okay, hold on. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, 99. This is the next bit. This has nothing to do with Weird Al Yankovic. Okay, 99 love balloons. 99 red balloons. Don't turn around. Uh-oh. Der Kommissar is coming. Uh-oh. Before you feel all Einzelhaft, just think about some German music from the 80s, and then you'll be crying, Rock me Amadeus. Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Talking about Germans, congratulations to the band Kraftwerk, inductees into this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Their more classic albums include Autobahn and Trans-Europe Express. That's Trans-Europe Express right there. That's them. Okay, Trans-Europe Express. And that was in the 70s, but they did have two popular albums in the 80s. 1981's Computer World and 1987 Electric Cafe, with their biggest single being 1981's The Model / Computer Love. Well, congratulations to Kraftwerk. All right. Don't turn around. Uh-oh. The commissar is coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I do that? Totally something different. Uh-oh. Did I do that? That's who is that? That's No Limit. That's Silk the Shocker and Mystical. Uh-oh. Did I do that? Wait. No. Wait. What is it? Did I do? Wait. What's the original song I'm thinking of that where Mystical includes Did I Do That on there? Oh, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? All right. Welcome to. Hey, so I did charts earlier, but what year is it? 2021. So we're going to go look at number one hits this moment in years ending in 1, because 2021. But because my show, of course, that I have on the radio is 80s show, I kind of like stop after the 80s. But you know what? Here's something to look forward to. Is at the end of this month, the last Sunday of this month, unless that I do it on a Saturday, I'm going to do like number one hits and number one albums from the month of May in years ending in 1. And I'll take that one all the way from 1951 to 2021 to keep us up to date. Yeah. I may even do this right. Raise the roof, everybody. Raise the roof. Haha. All right, so what do we got? So we're looking at next Saturday is the 22nd of May. So at that time, next weekend, the number one song of May 1951, we have Les Paul and Mary Ford with How High the Moon. May of 1961, hey, where'd my friend Ernie go? Ernie, I know this isn't you, but May of 1961, an artist named Ernie K. Doe had a song with Mother-in-Law. Mother-in-Law. May of 1971, we had Three Dog Night with Joy to the World, and I rearranged all my albums, so I don't know where it is right now. But the song Joy to the World by Three Dog Night. And that's the one with Jeremiah and Being the Bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. All right, May of 1981, you had Kim Carnes with She's Got Betty Davis Eyes. Then May of 1991, Mariah Carey, I Don't Want to Cry. Don't want to cry. I don't want to cry either. Okay, what about number one albums? Okay, from the 22nd day of May 1951, the number one album was Ima Sumac with The Voice of the Extubay. May of 1961, you had Elvis Presley with the GI Blues soundtrack. So, tie in with my German stuff earlier, he actually was stationed in Grafenwehr, Germany. Grafenwehr, if you speak German, it, just like if you speak Filipino or Spanish or whatever, obviously, things look different than actually how they are said. Pretty much just like with the English language too. It all works like that. So, okay. And then May of 1971, the number one album. You see that right there? Don't look at the bulge in the pocket there. All right. The Rolling Stones. The album's called Sticky Fingers. They have brown sugar. I guess brown sugar can be sticky. And the funny thing is about this one is in the original pressing of this album, they actually had a thing where you could pull the zipper down, and then I don't know what was behind the zipper, but okay. Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, Brown Sugar. Okay. May of 1981, we got REO Speedwagon with High Infidelity. And then May of 1991, which I have somewhere, but I didn't prepare, we had REM with Out of Time. That's the one that had Losing My Religion on it, okay? And Shiny Happy People. Shiny Happy People. All right, but what about movies? What about movies that caught our attention back in the day? Okay, years ending in one. We got 1951. We had Quo Vadis, Showboat, and David and Bathsheba. 1961, we had West Side Story, The Guns of Navarone, and King of Kings. 1971, we had Fiddler on the Roof, Billy Jack, and Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds Are Forever. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Cannonball Run, and The Four Seasons. And 1991, why not? Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Beauty and the Beast, not to be confused with the Go-Go's first album, Beauty and the Beat, from 1981. And The Addams Family, Too Legit to Quit. No. That would have been the second Addams Family when MC Hammer came out with Too Legit to Quit. He also did a song called The Addams Groove, in which Too Legit to Quit. I don't know what quit is. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Movies. All right. Oh wait, what else is going on? We're still going over Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stuff. Yeah? Okay. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Thank you. Very, very quiet. The revolution will not be televised, but might end up on the internet. Congratulations also to American soul and jazz poet, musician, and author Gil Scott Heron for being inducted into this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He had 4 albums in the 80s, and his spoken word performances were a big influence on many rappers to come. One of Gil Scott Heron's albums from the 80s was one from 1980 called 1980. Okay, so congratulations to Gil Scott Heron. All right. What do you think about that, huh? Really good? Kind of good? Okay. And that's it, because I don't have anything about Charlie Patton to share, because he wasn't alive in the 80s to make music, so. Hey, what am I doing? Hey, stop it! Oh my goodness. Anybody going to watch wrestling tonight? So there's two things on TV that well, as far as I'm concerned, that I have to choose from. And we got Miss Universe 2021 happening tonight. And then WWE has their Wrestlemania Backlash. And in fact, we're going to go over there in a very little bit. So just you wait, Henry Higgins. All right. In the meantime, welcome to the 80s. Let's have some fun, okay? 80s, 80s, 80s. Let's play Tell a Story using 80s movie and TV. And this is going to be different from the one I did at the beginning of the show because it's a new week that I have it for. Anyway, okay, so, and this one was kind of influenced by, this month is also considered Asian American Pacific Heritage Month. Okay, and so in fact, with my next week's material, I'm going to try to keep that in mind and try to have a lot more stuff that, in the 80s, they really didn't have, you don't have a lot of Asian representation, unless you got some stereotypes here and there. But, I'm going to try to do what I can, and we'll even talk about the Philippines because, of course, Mercy's from the Philippines. So, Filipino. Bebop, bebop, bebop. That's a totally different song. Black Eyed Peas, not even in the 80s. Okay. All right, so let's have a fun with telling a story. All right. So, okay. Gandhi took a trip out to the killing fields, and there he saw some gremlins who were having big trouble in Little China. Until the Karate Kid came around and he wanted to fight the best of the best. Good morning, Vietnam! I saw the Golden Child hanging out with the Goonies. But how far can the cannonball run? Jackie Chan was in the Cannonball Run. When you blow out the 16 candles within the Shaolin Temple. Well, I'm not sure. But folks, who are you? Think about it. Who are you? Who? Well, whoever you are, I'm glad you're watching this. Supporting this channel, and I hope you actually like supporting the channel, and hopefully this is actually entertaining for you, as entertaining as it is me coming up with stuff like this. Let me know. Subscribe, click like, give me some good comments, and shoot, if you can, share. No, not Tony and wait, Sonny and Cher, yeah. No, not Sonny and Cher, but Share, Share. You can do it. We want to watch it. People want to watch it. So, what was I going into? Okay. Rock and roll high school. Well, I do care about history. Rock and roll high school. In the future, I hope you'll remember me. Rock and roll high school. All right, talking about remembering, next Sunday is Pentecost. But what does Penta cost? Talking about, I think, forgiveness of our sins as it commemorates the descent of the Holy Spirit upon the apostles and other followers of Jesus Christ while they were in Jerusalem celebrating the Feast of Weeks. Now, Weird Al was right. Eat it, don't you make me repeat it. And then we go into the very end. So if you tune into my radio station next Saturday night at 11, right, like quarter to 11, you'll hear me end my 4-hour show with this. Love you all. Never feel like you were alone. Calling it a night, for tomorrow is Sunday. Today is Sunday. And I am looking forward to going to church at our church in the middle of our street. Our church was our castle and our keep. Foster Road, that is. Well, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? And I will love you so for always. Even as I must go. Sweet dreams and much love. Later, dudes. Later, dudes. Okay. So since part of my whole purpose of this live stream was, how's that go? Okay, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right. So let's do a brief run through. Okay, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021 includes such inductees as Tina Turner, congratulations. The Go-Go's. Wait, can't read it. Which way? Oh, Go-Go's is like there. See, Go-Go's. Congratulations to the Go-Go's. Where is he? La 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 la. LL Cool J. LL Cool J is hard as battle anybody. I don't care if you LL Cool J for his early rap. Okay. Oh my goodness. Huh. Where'd I put it? Huh. Can't find the stuff. Okay, LL Cool J, Jay-Z. His first album came out in 1995. Reasonable Doubt. Okay. What other? We got Jay-Z. You got. Shouldn't be so hard. The Foo Fighters. Congratulations to the Foo Fighters. What do we got here? After the Foo Fighters, we got Carole King. Woo, Carole King, also inducted for a second time into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Okay. After Carole King, we have Todd Rundgren. Todd Rundgren. Okay, very good. Because you got to have something. You got to have anything. Do something. Do something. Billy Preston, Randy Rhodes, Kraftwerk, Gil Scott Heron, and I actually found something that I have with him on it. Okay, look at this. Sun City, Artists United Against Apartheid. I think this was like 1986 or something like that. You know, at one point in time, South Africa was still under apartheid, which basically was almost like a version of slavery, but basically anybody that was actually African was, you know, held down and had no rights or whatever. And so there's a place called Sun City that they said, I'm not going to play Sun City, you know, and so let's see, with all the artists that are on here, get all these artists right here. The next inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know, because somewhere loosely rock and roll, it's kind of also a feeling like a, you know, there's somewhere in there it kind of ties in. We got what's his name? Gil Scott Heron, the new and also a new inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm gonna play Sun City. Wow, look at all the people that were on there. That's amazing, huh? Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force. Woo! Okay, and Charlie Patton, blues artist Charlie Patton. So there we go, everybody. That's your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021. Okay. Yes, I know. 3:30 in the morning in the Philippines. Unless you're getting up to go to the bathroom, or else you just can't sleep. Or if you can't sleep, maybe I'll try to do something to help you get back to sleep. I'll have like quiet moments or something like that. Why not, huh? Okay. In fact, I'll show like the fish. And play some relaxing music. Fish and relaxing music that ought to help you go back to sleep, right? Well, John McKee's over there doing his barbecue. Hopefully it's good. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so Miss Universe 2021 is on TV tonight. And the top 5 finalists, sadly, Miss Philippines only made it into the top 10. So we didn't have Miss Philippines even in the top 5, top 3. She didn't win this year, but she made it the top 10. Oh wait, was it top? Yeah, she made it into the top 10 at least. What do you think? I already know some of them. Miss Australia was in it. Miss Peru. Oh my goodness. Well, I know who won. Anybody want to ask me? I actually watched it on YouTube last night, to tell you the truth. But anyway, yeah. So congratulations to the winner. And I won't say the name of the winner just in case people want to watch. But here's something else that's happening tonight. All right, let's do this here. WrestleMania Backlash is tonight. All right, music, please. Let's give me some music that you could hear on. It sounds like rock and roll on. Some like a wrestling theme song almost. Huh? Okay, here we go. It seems like most wrestling theme songs include like more of a rock and roll type of thing. So let's do this here, huh? Okay, everybody ready? Are you ready to rumble? Let's do some wrestling on. And we're doing one last thing. Okay, so tonight, WrestleMania Backlash. We have, and I don't know what order the matches are actually in until I actually watch it. But I'll show you what I got. All right, first match is going to be Bobby Lashley, the champion. Never mind that Booker T's in this one. Bobby Lashley with MVP in his corner, of course, versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. I don't have any Drew McIntyre things. Okay, so here we go. Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman. Look at how small. All right. So the first match, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre fighting for the championship. I don't know who to predict. Should be interesting. Wonder if they'll actually let Braun Strowman have it again. And they have been trying to build him up, but especially after that whole thing with Shane McMahon and calling him stupid and then beating him up and saying nobody should ever have to go through life being called bullied and being called stupid. But, okay, so there's the first match right there. All right. Move on to the next match. All right, what do we got? Who's next? Here we go. Woo! Okay, this next one right here, it's going to be interesting because I don't actually have the doll for it or whatever, or the action figure, but nah, too slow. Ready to rumble! Okay, another match on this bill tonight is Championship Bianca Belair versus Bayley. This is Mercy's Bayley pill from back when Bayley was like the lovable, huggable Bayley before she went dark. Right, here we go. So, Bianca Belair versus Bayley. What are we gonna do, huh? Okay. Who's next? Okay, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. Okay, there we go. All right, another match for tonight. Got champion Rhea Ripley versus Asuka versus, I don't have it, but Charlotte Flair. So it's another three-way. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Who's ready for Asuka? All right, what else? We got the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. And then, oh, here he is, the head of the table himself, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Cesaro. And maybe one of these days I'll get a Cesaro action figure, but we got Roman Reigns versus Cesaro for the championship. Ooh, what is this? I got, oh wow, I didn't even realize this. There's a collector's magazine on the back of this. I had to not open it because you never know what you, okay, cool. All right. Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. And then one more match, unless the card changes. Okay. I guess that's good enough. All right. What else we got? One more. Okay, where is he? Look at this guy. All right. And the last match in a lumberjack match, we're going to have Damien Priest versus The Miz. Who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll have a Damien Priest figure, but I do have The Miz. So there we go. WrestleMania Backlash 2021. Who's going to win? Who knows? You just have to find out. And then it just depends on if Mercy wants to watch Miss Universe more than me watching wrestling, and we'll see how that is. Okay. And that's all I got. Everybody else that is sleeping or cooking or something. All right. And I want to thank everybody that came by to visit so far. We got On's Food Channel that was here before I started. Marin Santiago. Ernie Sweet. Too sweet. Okay, that's what we have when you get two people as family together. You get two sweets. Okay, Kevin Adamas was here. All right. We had John McKee's World here. We had Gloria Alvarez Orillo. And I thank you all of you for being here. Hello, everybody. All right. So, that being said, we're going to go say hello to the birdies, and then me and the birdies are going to call it a day. Nobody else in the house, everybody else is at work. I'm home alone. I work the rest of the week. Okay. Here we go. Go say hi to the birdies. Hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're actually not going to have their ceremony until October, but that's it. All right, birdies, let's say hi. Hello, little birdies. How are you? You looking at me? You looking at me? You looking at me? I see you looking at me. Why y'all act like I caught you doing something, huh? You scaredy birds? Okay, well, anyway, yes, Gloria, I will extend your regards to Miss Mercy, and I appreciate you all for being here. Okay, birdies, you want to say goodbye? All right, we're going to sing our song, okay? Bye-bye, birdies. I'm gonna miss you so. Bye-bye, birdies, 'cause it's time to go. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Sunday.